Don't be like me. So here are 3 things I regret not doing in college as a graphic designer. And I want to just rewind and preface that I've been out of college for about 10 years doing graphic design work. However, none of what I'm about to say is profound. In fact, they're just super easy tips. So I just wanted an easy video today. So they're just 3 super easy tips that you can apply right after watching this video. And if you are starting your graphic design journey, or if you're in college, please don't be like me and apply them tomorrow, Monday. So let's get started, and I actually have a bonus tip for you. You're welcome. In no particular order, number 1 thing that I regret not doing in college is file organization and naming my files the right names. In high school, I took a computer class, but we didn't learn about file organization and file naming, which is just so helpful when you are uploading tons of files to the cloud. If you have a client and you want to look professional, you need to name that file exactly what you need for them. I have a naming convention that I started this year because in previous years, I just didn't care. I just did this thing, hit enter, boom. But then I couldn't find anything, and that is a problem. And that also doesn't fly at an actual job. Either copy the file conventions you have at work or create something for yourself. It will set you miles, light years ahead from the competition. It'll set you above other people just professionally. If you know how to do that, that's just a regular skill. It's not even a design skill. For example, the thing that I'm doing for my YouTube videos is the year 2024 underscore the month underscore and then the title of the video, because I'm only doing like 4 videos per month, so it's not going to be that hard to find. So that's where I would start, is just like have the year in there, have the name of the thing, and have like the version, if you have version control. You don't want to make final 1, final 2, final, because that is just a headache and everyone hates that, quite honestly. And another tip for file organization and file naming is don't use spaces, use hyphens and underscores, because how the computer works, who knows? They read spaces and versus hyphens differently. So it is easier, like for the file, I think the files prefer hyphens and underscores. So easy. You can do that on Monday. Number 2 thing that I regret not doing in college is minoring in business, marketing, or sales of some sort, because as a graphic designer, I was very prideful, I will admit. I don't have an entrepreneurial spirit. I'm not going to start a business. I'm a creative. I don't need to learn business. Look at me. I've been doing this for 10 years. That's where you're wrong. Because as a graphic designer, you combine the world of business and art to make design. That's just how it is. If you want to be an artist, you still have to learn business to sell your stuff. So no matter what, it's just going to be a very valuable asset for you. And for me, it was a huge mental block because, like, first of all, the college pipeline from design is ideally to an agency, and I didn't want to do that, but also I didn't want to start a business. I didn't want to freelance. I wanted to do in-house, and I'm doing it. But also at the same time, if I had learned business and marketing or sales, like, that would have just made me so much more valuable as an employee, as a designer, as a person. Like climbing that corporate ladder is something that would be easier to do if I had that knowledge. Not saying that I'm Miley Cyrus wanting to make the climb, but I'm just saying, like, if that's something that I had the ambition to do, that would make me so much more valuable. However, that is something that I'm teaching myself now. So it's not impossible to start. You can start at any time. I just think back sometimes and I'm just like, Wow. I could have learned this years ago. So right now I am teaching myself with books and podcasts and YouTube videos. And the number 3 thing that I regret not doing sooner in college as a graphic designer is not finding inspirational people, alive and not alive. So the unique combination of being inspired by people who are alive and people who are not alive, this is not a shocker, is that those 2 really different perspectives can help you build and refine your design style. Because if you're inspired by one person, then you're just ripping them off. But if you're inspired by multiple sources, then you can be inspired not just by a person, but like by movements. And like from that, your design can evolve and grow and be more superb. I don't know the word. So me personally, I am procrastinating to do this, but honestly, it's not even that hard to do. You just go on Instagram, go on YouTube, obviously. And then you can also go to like design history resources like in the library or also YouTube or the internet, and just find people from design periods that you strongly identify with and that you like their work. If you're going for who they are as a person, you might be disappointed. So just, it's that whole art and artist conversation. So just know your boundaries, I guess. But like I said, all of those perspectives help you influence your design style. And it's your design style that makes you stand out. It's your unique perspective. It's how you work. It's how you use all the design principles and elements. And like, as you find these people, you might see your designs grow and change. And that's awesome because you're a person who is allowed to grow and change, and your designs should reflect that as well. So speaking of design principles and elements, here's my bonus regret. It was like not realizing when I needed to go back to the basics. So honestly, can I be honest with you? Honestly, right now in my design career, I have been feeling very stagnant and very just blah about the work I put out. And I feel like that is a symptom of burnout recovery, as you probably saw in one of my previous videos. But that's also a symptom that I need to change it up. I need to fall back in love with design, you know what I mean? So going back to the basics, learning those design principles and elements that you can Google, will really help refine your unique design perspective and take it from good to great, as I say for all my review videos. You'll be able to see that like your designs are like only probably a few edits away from being really great, and that just takes time, like going back and learning the basics and just adhering to those principles, because the principles have not changed, the design elements have not changed, the trends change, but what surpasses all of that and what will stand the test of time, like those big design greats like Massimo Vignelli and Paul Rand and even Aaron Draplin. You can use the design elements to critique their work. That's why they're great, you know? And you're not that far from being to where they are. And I believe that. Like, no matter where you are in your design journey, like, you have the ability to be great. And it doesn't mean that you need 1 million subscribers or followers or anything like that. You just need to make good work consistently. And sometimes that means being refreshed and looking at the basics. Sometimes that means being inspired. Oh my gosh. So yeah, if you need to learn or refresh yourself on the design basics and elements, like, please, they're super easy. I don't know why I haven't done it yet. Like, I'm up to my neck in ideas, but then I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, how do I execute any of these? And then I just remind myself, go back to the beginning. Duh. But I will also say that making all these videos has given me the opportunity to do more research about design and like just discover more and just be reminded more and more of like why I even do this stuff. Because I literally, this is like my dream job. Not making videos. Well, maybe. maybe one day. But like being a graphic designer, I'm like, this is literally what I've wanted to do since I was a kid. And here I am doing it. And I don't care where you are, or if you're starting over, or if you're in college or in high school or in middle school, like you can do this. Graphic design is super cool, and I don't know where I would be if I didn't have a creative outlet that was also giving me money. Because I don't know what else I'd be doing. Hopefully, with these 3 tips, you won't be like me. I am having a lot of fun making these videos after I've started back up. I do enjoy breaking up the, not monotony, but like, I'm not always doing packaging videos. I'm doing packaging videos every other video right now. And I think that that's been really fun because for these, I don't have to prepare as much. I can just talk. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, like in the creative industry or being in-house or like creative leadership or just more of my design experience, like let me know. I'm a graphic designer, but I'm not here to do tutorials. There are other people for that. So just leave me a comment. And thanks for watching.